I'm not sure about that source. All right, folks. How's the weather on your end? Can you please tweet us some photos at SmileJam TVJ if you're on Twitter. If not, you can send it to our Facebook. There are all the details on the bottom. We want to know what's going on where you are. We're getting reports of flooding on the highway, Delia? Mandela Highway?
Mandela, correct.
So be careful as you head onto that section of the roadway. But send us pictures as to what's going on in your area so we can better know and inform you as to how to traverse as you make your way to school and to work this morning. Now, we're heading into our Child Month segment. How do you know all these things? At his age, most youngsters are only interested in flipping through books, if at all. I would say more like flipping through their tablets. But Justin McKay is not the average 10-year-old. He has written a book. Transcript is here, not yet published, but that's where we come in. It's called 7 Tales of Wizardry. Let me show you the cover. And he's giving us a prelude now to the pages. So, good morning, Justin McKay.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm feeling okay.
You're feeling okay. You're going to school in the rain this morning, but that's okay, right?
That's nice.
All right. Tell me a little bit about Justin for the folks who want to meet you and want to know who you are. Are you a shy person?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. You can be shy, though.
Sometimes.
Can you be very energetic?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do very energetic this morning for the folks who are watching. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How old are you?
Well,
what school do you go to? What things do you like to do?
I'm 11. I go to St. Andrew Preparatory. And normally I would like to read or write.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I would draw, but that's basically what I do.
You're an artist as well.
Yes.
Okay, what about sports?
Well, I play table tennis. I play a little bit of football and basketball, and that's about it.
No, you are a black belt in karate. Yes, so there's more to you. And as far as languages are concerned, you speak English. Is there anything else that you speak?
I speak a little bit of Mandarin.
How did you learn Mandarin at 11?
Well, I think my mother said she had received news that they were doing Mandarin classes at CBA. And I said, since it seems like the Chinese are going to take over Jamaica one day, I should just...
High five, dude. He's ahead. Since he learned the Chinese are going to take over Jamaica one day, he figured it was useful to learn Mandarin. But also, Mandarin makes you very marketable, so you can even go there and work and live. So you got your head screwed on right, guy, at 11. You also play chess. You like to swim as well, so you're very well-rounded. What are the subjects you like to do in school?
I like to do language arts, task, and science.
When do you do GSAT?
In March.
Okay. So where did the love of reading come from? How did that start?
Well, when I was younger, my mother used to... Well, we never used to watch TV like most children would do. The only thing we had was books, so...
Really? And how come? You never wanted to watch TV, or mommy just preferred that you read the books?
She just preferred that we would read.
Yeah. And what kind of books did she read to you?
Well, the first books that I started to read were like Dr. Seuss.
And Sam
then,
I Am. And which others?
When I was in grade 1, I moved on to the Harry Potter series. And in grade 2, I was reading the Percy Jackson series.
Because one of your favorite authors is actually J.K. Rowling, who actually wrote the Harry Potter series, right?
Christmas.
Okay, so is that where your idea for the 7 Tales of Wizardry came from?
Yes, yes.
This is exciting stories of action, fantasy, and adventure. Tell me the storyline.
Well, it's actually 7 different stories.
Yeah.
I think there are 6 different people in the last story that all come together. And well, the information is on the back, I think, or...
Okay, but I don't have the back, so you have to tell me a little bit about the story, especially for people who are reading and can help you to publish. So give us a little bit about, just a synopsis of the story.
So in chapter 1, the main character is called Argan. He is supposed to fight a witch. In chapter 2, the main character is Uriah. He lives in the jungle because he's homeless, no parents. In chapter 3, the main character is Omega, who's trying to get to a town called, I think it's St. Gerva.
Okay.
In chapter 4, this boy called Ichi has to find 7 swords. In chapter 5, the main character is Kant. He is on a quest to become the best wizard. And chapter 6, the main character is Arsha, who has to fight a giant serpent. And in chapter 7, they all come together to fight 7 other wizards.
How long did this take you to write it?
About a little bit over a year.
A year. And to develop the story and everything, you had to sit down and kind of think of how the plot would go, or did it come very easily to you?
Yes, came quite easily.
Quite easily. So this is the first of what you hope to be many books, and you want to get it published. So is that why you're here this morning? To see if you can get some help in publishing? Okay, so I have a friend by the name of Archibald Gordon. I don't know if you watch him on the news sometimes. He's big into Harry Potter, and he's big into series like this. I know we've got a book club going on Beyond the Headlines as well, where they review books. It would be really cool if you guys review this book by Justin. But his hope is to get it on the shelves in the bookstores, not only here, but online across the world, because you want it on Amazon and you want to be able to sell it all over the world, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, 7 Tales of Wizardry. I know Kelly Magnus usually watches this program. She's the book big in the book industry, and there are many other authors in Jamaica who have published. Diana McCauley, lots of folks who can watch and probably tell you how to move from here. But it would be so awesome for you at 11 to publish your first book. So is this what you want to do in life? Do you want to be an author full time?
Yes, miss.
Do you have any idea as to what your next book will be?
Well, there's this series I'm trying to start. I'm still jotting down ideas. It's basically like a book about spy organizations.
About spy organizations?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been watching the US elections?
No.
Okay, just checking, because Russia is big on that now. Are you on Twitter or any form of social media?
Well, I have an email account and that's it.
Maybe if you set up a Twitter account, then you can actually message directly J.K. Rowling and ask her, tell her about your book, and see if she can give you some tips, because that would be fantastic if she were to respond and tell you how to move from there. In the meantime, who have you had read the book already, and what are the responses you've been getting from people who have read it?
Well, my publisher has read it. My mother, my uncle, and my mother's friend, because both of them are proofreaders.
Right.
Well, I think they're the only 4 that actually read it so far.
And what are they saying about the book? Are they excited?
Well, they said it's really good for an 11-year-old.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a great book. I wish you had copies that you could leave with us, but since this is your only transcript, I'm going to put this in, because this is Precious Cargo, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7 Tales of Wizardry, exciting stories of action, fantasy, and adventure. Justin has put a year's work into this. See it here? Ooh, done and dusted. If there's anybody watching, Christine Randall, I know you're a publisher, if there's anybody watching who can help this young man to make this dream a reality and kickstart what could be a fantastically successful career for him, that would be awesome. Thank you for coming in and sharing your book with us, Justin. We really appreciate it. And when you do get it published, will you come back?
Sure.
Absolutely. And then you sign my first copy for me, right? Because you're going to have book signings, and so you have to sharpen up your signature and everything from now, right? You have one worked out?
Yes, miss.
You have one worked out already? Signature?
Yes, miss.
Awesome. All right. Good to go. 7 Tales of Wizardry, folks. This is the author here, 11-year-old Justin McKay. Hopefully we will be able to help him realize a dream this morning. That is it for our Child Month segment. Thank you, Justin. All right.